everyone, and welcome to the 30-Day Summit, where Russell Brunson has brought together a collection of his top 2 Comma Club and 8-figure award winners to share with you how they would literally survive and begin to rebuild their business in just 30 days if they lost it all. My name is Bailey Richard, and right now I have the pleasure of speaking with Rob Kosberg. Rob is a 3 times best-selling author and founder of bestsellerpublishing.org. Rob's Publish, Promote, Profit trademarked system has been used by thousands of authors in dozens of countries. He shows entrepreneurs how to become the go-to authority in their market by writing, launching, and profiting with a best-selling book. Rob and his signature systems have been featured on ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, and Entrepreneur Magazine, as well as hundreds of other shows, podcasts, magazines, and articles. Since 2010, Rob has been the go-to teacher for coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs who want more authority, more exposure, and more clients. Rob works with clients who understand that the way to 7 figures and beyond is via a best-selling book and authority and celebrity that comes with it. So Rob, welcome to the summit.
Thanks so much. Great to be with you and excited to be with the group.
Well, it's absolutely fantastic to have you, and I'd love to just dive straight into your 30-day plan. During week 1, you spend a lot of time figuring out 3 things: your proposal, your platform, and your process. Now, I'd love to dive into each one of these 3 things individually, but first we need to start with then the proposal, or also called your offering. How do you decide what you're going to focus on in your new business and what you'll offer?
Yeah. Well, obviously, it's dependent for every single person based on what their skill set is, what their passions are, and where that intersects in the market. And I share some of that in the 30-day plan. My plan was very dependent upon what I'm good at, the skills that I have, that I've acquired in my business, right? Because if I had to start all over again, I'm not starting over without like the knowledge. I at least have my knowledge, right? I may have lost everything else, but I at least know what I know and know what I'm good at and also what I like and enjoy. And so for everybody listening, it's really a matter of, okay, what are you good at? What skills have you acquired? And also, what are you like passionate about? Like, do you love people? Do you love to engage with them? And if you do, then that needs to be a big element of your offer, your proposal.
Fantastic. So in your 30-day plan, given your specific skill set, you say you would focus in on a high-ticket offer, getting business owners media exposure. Any thoughts to share on why that's where you specifically decided to focus and why the high-ticket offer?
Yeah. Again, my skills and the knowledge that I've acquired personally. So my thinking was kind of twofold. My thinking was, it's hard to sell anything online, okay? Hard. So you can choose to sell a $7 thing, or you could choose to sell a $7,000 thing. And yes, it's harder to sell a $7,000 thing, but it's not 1,000 times harder to sell it. So my thinking was high ticket is where I would want to go first. And to sell high ticket, it is good use of my personal skills. I love people. I love to engage with people. I love to give value. And BSP, I mean, we've positioned our clients on over 1,000 different media appearances just in the last couple of years. So I'm pretty good at it. We're good at it. So it was a combination of those things.
Okay, makes a ton of sense. Now, that was the first P, the proposal. Now we need to move on to the second, which is your platform. And you say that you would specifically focus in on LinkedIn. Why is that?
My assumption was if I'm starting from scratch, I don't have a lot of money or maybe any money to spend on like paid advertising, right? And so if, my offer is for a business owner that wants to position themselves as an authority and get on media, then LinkedIn is a great platform to go to where I can connect personally, offer value to business owners, and I don't have to pay a dime to do that. Now, everybody has 2 real resources, to invest, their time or their money. And if I don't have the money, then I've got to invest my time, and LinkedIn is a great place to do that. We do very, very well on LinkedIn even today.
Sure. And I imagine that LinkedIn goes really well with your third P, which is process. And you specifically mentioned in your 30-day plan using a lot of sales calls. So I'd love to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah. The idea again with high ticket is that for the most part, you're going to sell high ticket one-on-one in like a consultative sales call. So like right there in that office, I have, 3 author development coaches. My current business model, which is high ticket, is such that we get daily applications in for people to have consultations with my sales team, not with me directly. So if I had to start all over again without the resources that I have, without paid advertising, without salespeople to do it, what am I going to do to sell high ticket? I'm going to do it myself. And if I can engage, offer value, get in front of the right people, then I'm going to close deals.
Okay, so after you get a lot of this background stuff done during week 1, the proposal, the platform, and the process, week 2, you focus around creating your lead magnet and then getting it out into the world. So would you like to share with us some of the activities that are happening during week 2 of your plan?
Yeah, I mean, this is all about giving value back to the marketplace, right? Again, I made some assumptions in creating this, like all of us have. And one of the assumptions that I made is that I don't have a big platform anymore. I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers or any of that. And so if I'm starting from ground zero, I need to start building some goodwill in the marketplace. How do you do that? You build goodwill by giving back and offering like real value. So the idea in creating the lead magnet was, here is my way to like engage with people that don't know anything about me, have never heard my name, but are interested in like this opportunity of maybe media and PR would work for me. So here's a cool opportunity for you to at least learn a little bit about me and if this opportunity would be a good fit for you. And in goodwill, I don't want anything in return. So that's the idea.
Now, in addition to sharing that lead magnet and some free value on LinkedIn, you mentioned also sharing it on Facebook, especially through Facebook Lives as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, 100%. No paid advertising doesn't mean that you can't build an audience, right? Obviously, paid advertising is to scale, and we spend an enormous amount of money on paid advertising today because we have our offers dialed in. But if you're starting over, like I am in this chapter, how do I engage with people? Well, Facebook Live would give me an opportunity to engage with dozens, if not hundreds of people potentially by, again, offering value. So I said, look, I'm going to do one. I'm going to be committed to doing one every single day. And there are multiple Facebook groups that have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that are like my ideal client, business owners in this scenario. So all I have to do with them is just start engaging and looking for a way to offer value back, build that relationship, invest my time.
Okay, so by the end of week 2, beginning of week 3, you say you shift from offering just free value to also now encouraging people to get on those sales calls with you. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, 100%. And I put like a delineation, but the truth of the matter is I may have already started that in week 2, right? Like if I start having a good conversation with someone and it's going the right direction, and this is like a Facebook chat or LinkedIn, hey, I'm going to say, let's get on the telephone together right away. But in reality, after doing Facebook Lives for, 7 days to 2 weeks, after offering value back, you 100% are going to have opportunities to have like one-on-one conversations with people that want to like take the next step with you. So by week 3, et cetera, hey, we're starting to have those conversations and seeing, okay, is my new program that I've created a fit to actually guarantee you media, et cetera.
And you say in your 30-day plan, you're expecting to have at least 3 sales calls a day. Do you think that that's a realistic number for the audience that's watching?
100% it is. Absolutely. I think that's even a low number. I really tried to be conservative. If you have 10 people that are asking you for your valuable, and if you've created a valuable lead magnet, then several of those people are going to want to at least start discussing with you what that might look like. Now, look, they're going to be initially a little fearful about a conversation, right? Because they're going to know he's going to try to sell me something on that conversation. But you can do some what we would call triaging, figuring out like who are the hottest prospects via Facebook chat, and then move those over to a phone conversation. In the beginning, if I'm starting from scratch, I'm trying to get everybody on the telephone because you assess your personal skills, and I want to engage with people like live, right? Like on Zoom or Skype or something like that. I want to see their faces. I want them to see mine. I want them to see the real passion that I have for this and the opportunity that it is. So 3, no problem for people with these skills.
Now, are you going to be offering any discount pricing or special pricing plans to get people to sign on with you as you're just getting started, or how are you going to handle that?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, in the offer itself, there's going to be some strategies that you're going to use to get people to take action. One of the strategies that I would use to get people to take action is, in some way offering some scarcity. Hey, we're on the telephone right now. This is a new beta offer that I've created that's guaranteed. 0 risk for you. Remember, I did that whole risk reversal thing where I'm assuming 100% of the risk, which is how we run our business today. And because of that, I am offering it at this price, but I'm offering this discount only for a limited period of time. What I would say, if you wanted like more specific language, I want, if I've moved people along in the process and they've like seen that I am who I say I am, that I really can help them, and that this is a fit for them, then I'm going to want to make them an offer right on the spot. And I really want a yes or a no. I don't even mind a no. I just want them to make a decision. Where most salespeople fail, I think, is they allow people to not make a decision, which really is a decision, right? So they just kind of hem and haw until they eventually just lose interest and find another shiny object to go after. So I'm going to say something like, this is $10,000, but I understand how difficult it is to make a decision quickly. So I am offering a fast mover discount if you are willing to get started with a deposit today of $7,000 or something along those lines. I'm going to figure out a discount that's very enticing for them.
Okay, sounds good. So let's move on to the final week of the plan, where you're doing much the same as you were the week before, drumming up business on Facebook and LinkedIn, but now you also have to manage the clients that have signed on with you. So I was wondering if you have any thoughts about handling all this.
Yeah, in some ways what I've outlined is like an agency model. And one of the problems with an agency model is scalability, right? Because look, in this example, I'm doing everything. Right? I'm reaching out to people. I'm talking to them. I'm the sales guy, and I'm actually fulfilling. I'm getting them this cool opportunity. So at some point, if I don't want to work 15 to 18 hours a day for the rest of my life, I'm going to have to figure out, okay, how do I scale that with other people managing pieces of this puzzle? So initially, this is all about, hey, let's get out of the danger zone. Let's make some money. Let's get some great results for people. Let's get their testimonial. So now we have like some additional social proof. And then we're going to assess like, okay, I made $60,000 this month and I didn't have to give it to anybody. I didn't have to give any to Facebook. I didn't have to give any to a staff. But you know what? I worked 18 hours a day, 6 days a week. I can't continue at that pace. Who can I bring on to offload some responsibilities?
And I'm sure also that working with clients, now that you've got a couple, is going to allow you to get some testimonials or case studies that will give you more leverage in updating your prices or even your business model moving forward.
100%. One of the things that I mentioned, obviously, is that as I got quick success, because really it was about quick success. If you really can produce like magic for people and offer something that's guaranteed and get them quick success, hey, they're as happy and surprised as anybody that it happens. So that's your time to ask for, let's do a 20-minute case study on Zoom. Would you mind giving me a testimonial? And I don't like the testimonials as much as I like the actual engagement of a case study, which is a testimonial in and of itself. That can then lead to referrals, and that leads to the ability for you to raise your price because now you have other people saying that you're doing a great job, which of course builds trust.
Absolutely. So when you're delivering upon the value that you've now sold these clients, what is it that you are offering them? Are you putting them into a group coaching program or working with them mostly one-on-one? Could you share a little bit more detail about that?
Yeah, my specific offer in this example was actually to get people on media, to get them on TV, to get them on the radio. So I was exchanging, them paying me to actually get real placements. The fulfillment of that is going to be me, like, again, all by myself in this case, creating a pitch for them with them, something that is enticing, and then pitching the media, like getting on the telephone, pitching producers of radio shows, TV shows, podcasts, etc. So there's a lot of, in this case, the reason it's high ticket is because there's a lot of fulfillment required and real results are being gotten. So in this situation, it is not a coaching program, which is obviously a lot more scalable, but also harder to sell when you have no social proof, you have no following, you've built no goodwill in the marketplace. So I opted instead for more of a model where I'm delivering a cool result. Now, what I would move into down the road, as I have, 10, 15, 20 successful clients, is I would start building something more scalable like a coaching program as well at a lower price point. People would buy that then because they'd be like, look at all these success stories that he has.
Great. Makes a ton of sense. Rob, that was pretty much everything I wanted to ask you about your 30-day plan, but I'd love to open the floor to you and give you an opportunity to share any last words of wisdom about your plan or business in general with our audience before we go.
Yeah. No, you were super thorough. Thank you for that. I would probably say if there's anything that I have to add, it's if you find, and it's kind of what we said in the beginning, if you find the intersection between what you're good at, what you like and are passionate about, because those things can be different, right? You can be good at things that you're not excited about, and where a hungry market intersects with that, then it's gold. It's 7 figures, 8 figures, and beyond. Until you really nail that down, you're always chasing. You're always trying to find the next thing. So if it's creating a software, if it's selling information products, if it's creating a community, if it's high ticket stuff with guarantees, it's really going to be dependent upon, the abilities and the excitement level of both the market and the person pulling the trigger on it. So.
Fantastic. Rob, thank you so much for sharing all of the incredible value that you have on today's interview. We really appreciate it. For those of you at home who are thinking you are ready to embark on your own 30-day path to success, I have something awesome I'd love to share with you. It is called the One Funnel Away Challenge. You can click the button on this page to learn more and upgrade for your chance to create your own customized and personalized 30-day path to success and launching your next award-winning funnel with the direct help and guidance of a ClickFunnels 2 Club coach. But that's not all you'll be getting when you upgrade. You're also going to get some incredible bonuses, including a physical copy of the 30-Day Summit book, where we've compiled all of the written 30-day plans from each one of the Summit speakers. You're going to get unlimited access to the interview that you just saw with Rob, and of course, all of the other speakers on this event. And this is my favorite part. You're also going to be getting a second bonus interview with every single speaker on the Summit, where they're taking me behind the scenes and via screen share, actually showing me how they've set up their award-winning 2 Club funnels. Truly, the value in those videos is incredible. I don't want you to miss out on that. So make sure that you click the button on this page to learn more about the One Funnel Away Challenge and upgrade today. Rob, one more time, thank you so much for being a part of the Summit. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Great to be with you. Thanks for all your hard work on this.